You're still our favorite deviant. Welcome back to Tales from the Service Industry. I'm your host, I'm Bill. I'm with Ms. B tonight.
Hey guys.
Our resident deviant, Liz.
Hi team.
And joining us tonight for the first time, we have a new guest. His name is Walter.
What's going on?
So normally when we have folks come on the show that have never been here before, we just ask to give us a little insight as to what your experience was.
So my experience, I've been in the service industry for about 10 years now as of a week ago. So
Nice.
Congrats.
Happy anniversary.
You know, I've been in a bunch of different versions and different positions in the service industry, from kids' birthday parties to janitor to high-end $1 million properties, you name it. I've done it.
That's
So,
awesome. Cool. I'm excited for your stories.
I know, me too.
I don't know if they're going to be as good as your guys'. I've listened before, so.
Not everything can be as crazy as hotel guests, but you never
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Wait, but I'm curious. What did you do at children's birthday parties?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I think it's probably my second job. I actually stayed there for quite a long time. You know, kids, how they have like the blow up slides and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, the bouncy houses.
Bouncy houses,
Oh,
that's the word.
Gotta love them.
So you have the kids' birthday parties, and you have different stages that they go through. They go through the slide part, and then they have the dinner part. And I worked for a company that had like an indoor bouncy house arena, I think it was called at the time.
Nice.
They were always on the edge of going under when I
for
was
sure.
working there. It was I felt bad for them. It was a
What, did they
small.
get sued a lot?
Probably. They probably left us out.
Can you
enough.
imagine like the injury claims?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not saying their job was. They seemed very, very stressed. So,
I can imagine.
but yeah, that job taught me a lot. Actually, my best friend at the time was the one who pulled me from my first job to come work there because there was tips, and he was like, "This job gives tips." That was my boost, and I'm like, "Okay, let's try this tips thing out," which was probably my worst job as far as surprisingly dealing with people that just are jerks, because you get these.
Their kids get hurt.
Yeah. Well, no, you just get parents that you spend hours with their kids for their birthday party, and then they're just like,
Oh.
"Thanks for that pat on the back. See you later. Thanks for the pizza. Thanks for cutting my cake for me because I didn't want to do it." Yeah. Oh yeah. I became
my
an
God.
expert cake cutter at that job. You gave me a cake like 12 inches, and I would just look at the kids and like, okay, it's got,
Like quick
30
head
kids here.
count?
They clearly, the parent didn't do a kid count before and look at the cake.
God.
So I got to do. It's
Can you
up
imagine
to
getting
me,
like a little tiny piece?
right?
Like, at least they got
kid.
cake.
Yeah, it has to be even
Dang.
too. But the birthday kid has to have their big slice. Obviously, the
For
parents
sure.
like, I want my kid to have the big slice, and then the rest of the kids get even amongst their. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
I didn't
now-
pass geometry. I don't know what's going on here.
Now
But you
I'm
managed
feeling.
it in cake
I
cutting. I
did.
love it.
But
I
I
did.
feel like the jerk in this situation because I am a avid bounce house renter as a part of my employment now.
Wow, no way.
So I oversee a lot
Yeah.
of kids programs. So I'm
She knows
renting.
everything about every kid program now.
Yeah.
She has a lizard guy just in case. Oh no, I'm sorry,
Wow.
a reptile guy.
I'm gonna have to get his
yeah.
card later.
Yeah.
I got a reptile guy.
For no
I got
reason,
a bug
but just-
guy. I got a magician. I have a bubble person now.
I know. I
That's
remember
good.
that.
You never know when you need a bubble person.
But all the time people have asked, like, why don't we just buy our own bounce house? Why don't we just buy our own slide? And I'm like, do you want to clean that thing?
Yeah.
I sure don't.
Oh, okay.
PTSD.
Yeah. No. So I'm
That
sorry.
sounds
This will
horrible.
be a quick one, but I had one party. There's about 40 kids at this party. It was a big party.
Yeah.
And it was me and my other coworker. We're running this party. Birthday kid comes down and tells mom that he used the bathroom. And mom reacts normally. And we're like,
How
okay.
old?
Yeah, that
He's
was my
like
question.
running, walking, talking. So I don't know. Probably. I don't know. I don't
But
have
like
kids.
toddler age? Or like bigger?
5,
Four?
6, bigger kid. Bigger
Okay.
kid. Like, climbing up slides, not in diapers, basically.
Got it. Okay.
So mom went to check the pants, I think, and realized, the deed wasn't done in the pants. So she looked to us and she was like, he used the bathroom, but it's not in his. Immediately, we're like thinking carpet. Oh no, not carpet. We
On the
find
bouncy.
not on a slide, up the ladder, and 40
That takes
kids.
some talent, man.
That slide was getting some mileage on it that day, and so you have this poop.
That is so
I'm
disgusting.
sorry, but it was all over, and we had to shut it down.
oh, I'm
Like,
sure.
I had to stop.
Code Brown. Code
So, yeah.
Brown.
I was just
It
gonna
was.
say.
I felt so bad for the kid. Because he pooped on his own party. He rained on his own parade.
He was his own party
Yeah,
pooper.
he really did. He was I'm going to use that when I tell this story now. He's his own party pooper.
He was.
The mom was just horrified. The kids were so confused. The kids were looking for their pants. They were like, do I have
Like, was it
poop on me? Was it me? And I'm like, no, just stop going
Everyone
on the
starts
slide.
checking their shoes. Oh no.
Yeah. No. They
Check your
you know how
drawers.
they make you take your shoes off, so they're in socks. It's even worse. I know. I checked myself while I was trying to handle the situation. I'm not gonna lie, I checked myself like at least 5 or 6 times. I was like, oh my gosh, is there
can
poop
smell
on me?
it, I
Oh my
swear.
God, I swear I can smell it. Yeah, I could go down a tangent with that.
Dang.
So
Dang.
more reason for me not to buy my own bouncy house.
Absolutely not.
Or
And
at
the
least not-
liability then goes on you, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of
I
a
love,
company.
hey, the money is worth it. You call them up. I even emailed people, hey, I need this day, this time. What can you do? And they're like, cool. Here's your
That's
invoice.
amazing.
Nice.
We'll be there.
Yep.
They do a bunch of cool stuff. Carnival games,
Yeah.
obstacle courses. You want a cotton candy machine? I can rent one.
She's got a guy for that.
You got a guy.
The bouncy house guy is the cotton candy guy.
Oh my god. Look
And
at
the
that.
carnival game guy.
My
Wow.
birthday is going to be really interesting next year with all these new connections.
I got it.
I'm
I got
gonna
it.
be having a fun time.
god, I love it. Well, speaking of being a party pooper, I think this is a good segue to bring up my favorite part, A-hole of the week.
Ooh,
You guys
okay.
ready? I'm sure we've all had a lot of A-holes. I'll let you guys think about the ones that you guys have had.
But you have one ready to go.
Man, I have to pick.
Locked and loaded.
Literally from just the last few days, I gotta pick one.
One in the chamber.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's talk about my real. All right, so let's get started to talk about my shithead. How many poop jokes can we make?
I don't know, but I think
we're
that
at
was
3.
number 2. No, I think that was number 2.
You're right, it was 2.
Was it number 2?
All right, now it's 3. That was right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Ms. B, do you have an
Okay.
A-hole of the week?
I have many, but I think the first I'm going to tell you guys about because it's the freshest. And it was the one I was literally dealing with while on the road here. So, like, driving in the crazy weather we're having on the phone, trying to coach my associates what to do next. So, we work at a property where guests have the ability to check in before they arrive. I have a lot of newer team members. I'm introducing a lot of people to the brand and the procedure. And when you do one of these check-ins, if your card declines, we are supposed to check the reservation out and we don't send you keys. So obviously you have to come and pay at the desk. Well, a newer agent checked in the reservation and put on there that the card had declined, but didn't check it out. So it was checked. Exactly. So it was checked in, and then a different newer agent at the desk saw that that person was checked in, so then mobily sent them keys.
Oh, of course I did.
Without so that's where
So
we
these
start.
these people card declined, but they got keys, so they're like,
Yup.
hotel.
Yep. So you can kind of guess where this is going. And so I always get a spidey sense when it's going to go my way or it's not. So this morning we noticed that when we do the credit limit at like 8 a.m. and we immediately go and lock the guests out of the room. But they had managed to escape, goes to the restaurant, charges breakfast to the room,
Oh no!
and the guest is locked out.
Wait, how were they able to charge breakfast to the room?
I'll tell you how. So they go, they eat breakfast, and the server drops off the check, and they just write their room number, last name, and walk
dip.
away.
Oh,
So
that's a very advanced way to dine and dash. Just
yeah,
saying.
it's
Stay and
not
dash,
a perfect
dine and
system.
dash.
I thought I had charge it to the room. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So he leaves. We have to open the account up. So obviously the breakfast charge can go through. So now we've got a balance on this room. We're trying to get a hold of this guest. He mobile messages us and was like, my key's not working. Can you resend me another mobile key? And we're like, we need you to come to the desk. We're having issues with your card. Oh, okay. I'll be there soon. Doesn't
Not.
come. We go up to the room. He doesn't answer. And
How did he get in?
He didn't. So
Okay.
he was like MIA for like an hour. And then he comes to the desk and all of us were on high alert. And he's like, oh, well, I have to get my wallet in the room. We're like, sure, you don't carry a wallet when you leave your room? Of course you don't carry a wallet. So I have my male associate go up, take him to the room, wait for him, gets his wallet, does not leave him, takes him down the elevator, and right before they're about to go to the desk, he goes, I have to go to the bathroom. And he like runs and makes a beeline for it in the bathroom. And my associate texts me is like, do I go in with him? Do I wait outside? And I was like, just wait outside. You don't have to go in with him.
Valid question.
he stood there.
Is it really a valid question?
Okay, if I was a newbie agent, yes.
He's like, I don't really know what to do in this situation.
No, if you're new, you're like, just go in the bathroom, full send, trying to get that promotion.
Just starts
Just
in
go
there
right
singing
in. Just,
like,
I don't want to lose this job, bro. I gotta watch you like a hawk. I don't want to lose this job.
That's right. So he stood outside the restroom in the lobby for 45 minutes.
You're kidding.
No,
He's
texting me. He's like, maybe he went out a window. I'm like, and he even went.
And you're like thinking,
Someone went out the
shoot,
window.
is there a window in that bathroom?
I was like, I don't think there's a window. And he's like, maybe I blinked, maybe like he started to get like doubting himself. So he like goes and he checks out by the pool. He's like, I don't see anyone out there. Like,
Did he go back in the bathroom?
no, he didn't. He was
scared?
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to be weird. And I'm like, just stay waiting
Hey,
there.
bro, you okay in there?
Right?
I think you within reason to say, hey man, 45 minutes.
You good? You
Yeah.
alive? But
Do you need a doctor?
Oh.
but
Oh,
so
come on.
after 45 minutes, I'm literally about to leave for the day, and the guy comes out, and everyone's all like,
He was
out.
in the bathroom.
Yes.
Okay.
And so he was in there the whole time. So he comes up to the desk and he tries 2 different cards, to which they don't go through. Shocker. And the guest goes, oh, I have somebody else in the room with me. I just have to go get them. They'll pay. And
What the hell?
he leaves.
He ain't coming back.
I know. And I was, because, we can't really do anything. Like, if you just leave, you left all your stuff in the room. Like, there's not much recourse we could take. But I made sure, I was like, don't anyone give a key to that room. And so he was gone for a bit and he just didn't come back. So I was like, okay, that's the end of it. So I was leaving work and I was actually driving here and I get a call. They're like, he came back. And I was like, shut up. They're like, yeah. And I'm like, we'll get payment. They're like, well, there's been some updates. And I'm like, oh. They're like, so we didn't think he was coming back. So we sent the housekeeper up to go clean the room.
Oh, no.
And apparently, inside the room, they found pills and syringes. And apparently, in a drawer, a bunch of credit cards with different names on them.
Shocking.
Very shocking. So they told me that. I was like, oh, okay. So call the police. They
Yes.
said, this is the time you call the police. You tell them a crime is in progress. You have a guest refusing to pay for his room. You also found credit cards with other people's names on it. You found drug paraphernalia. I was like, this is the time you get the police involved. And they're like, oh, okay. So that was the last I heard. And I definitely think that's an a-hole, right?
I would think so.
He's gone though. He's long gone.
Oh,
They
no, I'm
gotta find
pretty
him.
sure they're still dealing with it right now at the hotel.
Oh my god.
Well, feel free.
Oh my gosh.
Feel free to interrupt us at any point this evening.
Give you guys updates?
yes,
What's going on?
real-time updates.
Live from Channel B.
Oh, my
You
God.
gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wait. I have a real live update. Cops didn't do much. They just took the needles and photos and said to call back if anything else comes up.
Wait, but was he still there?
He may have,
Left.
dipped by the time he saw the cops coming.
He fled the scene.
Probably. I gave the description of the guy and everything, so hopefully something happens.
So let me
That's
ask
so
you.
cheerful.
Let me ask
You
you a
know.
question. Who checked his ID?
No one.
Just curious. I mean, if that was the actual rewards member, you can file a case against him.
Basic.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, we will, but basic meaning like he has no reward status. He's a brand new rewards member, or if that, like he's nothing.
Yeah,
to
but
Marriott.
that's another step of proof in fraud.
Yeah. No, we will. That's tomorrow's steps. We'll see how the night unfolds.
We should call our friend.
I know. Get him. But yeah, that was part of, we didn't check his ID, any of that, because it was the,
Mobile.
Mobile thing.
yeah, but it was our mess up and he got away with it.
How many stays did he have?
I don't think like any.
See, that's the thing that your team needs to be looking for. Is they
Yeah.
have to have
That's
a
a red
minimum of
flag.
3 stays before
Yeah.
they qualify.
Yes.
For any status.
It
No,
was
for mobile key.
Oh.
If you don't have 3 confirmed stays, you're not supposed to issue mobile key.
Because it's like you're proving you're trustworthy.
So in
That
the
you
words,
could be responsible enough to do a mobile key.
No, just that you're trustworthy.
Oh.
so in the words of Liz, this was a great learning opportunity.
I was literally gonna say this is a great coaching opportunity
Exactly.
for you and your team.
And I coached the team members.
team.
Yeah, right. I coached the team members who allowed this to happen yesterday, and then I sent out an angry email.
Did you make an SOP? Or is that tomorrow?
It's already in place. It's just the team is so new. They're not up on it yet.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How many people are on your team total? Ballpark.
I'd say around 10. Nothing aggressive.
How many of them are new?
Half.
I was going to say 9.5.
Nice.
Well, but by the way, when I say new, I mean in the last month, 4. Nobody has been there longer than 8 months.
Nobody.
Out of the entire team?
Entire team. Everyone is new.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Have a front desk meeting and actually role play.
Yeah. It's in 2 weeks. As soon as my new
Because
leader starts.
if your entire team is that new, you're not going to get very far with just emails and conversations. You need to role play with them.
Yeah.
Make them feel uncomfortable. I'm
I
serious.
do that on a daily.
No, like I've role played scenarios with employees before where I've made them cry.
Oh my God.
Straight up.
If you're enacting an angry guest,
Yeah,
that could be a real life situation.
absolutely.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's true. We do a bit of it now, but a meeting that way we're all in the same place, getting on the same page. But
I like
yay
the
for
role play.
a-holes.
No, we're talking different type of role play, Liz.
Okay.
Says,
Either way, she's down.
She got pink. Am I blushing?
Yeah.
just a little bit.
It's the wine.
No, it's normal.
I was giving you an out.
We're going to blame it on the grapes.
Yes.
I do this in the workplace as well. It's really embarrassing.
Well, us with fairer complexion, it just boom, pink.
It's the hot lights.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the red wine.
I gotta go back. What's
Ooh.
a SOP?
Ooh,
I've used
good question. Good question.
What's SOP?
Sorry, we
I use it with a D. I don't know what. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know.
Just laughed into my wine glass.
Statement of discussion. Statement of.
Sorry, we fell into the jargon file on that one.
You're probably going to have to stop us sometimes and be like, what's that? What's
For
that?
sure,
It's
for sure.
okay.
What is that?
SOP is your standard operating procedure.
Oh, okay.
They're awesome.
Standards of conduct. That's kind of like I like
I
SOP
have an
better though.
entire Bible of them.
That's
and
good.
I've given a lot of mine to her.
Oh,
They're amazing.
Yeah, I stole them.
I allow it. Let me know if you need more.
A lot of times I
I
just
love writing 'em.
changed front desk or front office to rec. But on that note, I have an a-hole of the week.
Oh, bring it.
Actually, it was the a-hole of the weekend. And
Most of them usually are.
yeah, for sure. But this weekend was strange because it wasn't that great of weather in our area and yet still had a huge a-hole. So I have talked about in the past about boat rentals. Okay. Those are our favorite stories.
Our BUI from the last episode.
Yes. Do you want to wrap up the BUI?
Oh, do we get a revisit?
We can revisit the BUI. I don't even know when this was. A couple months ago, a guest went solo on a boat, and I get a call from the boat yard that repairs boats for us. Hey, Liz, we have your boat here. This guest is tanked. You need to come figure it out. So long story short, I had the director of security come with me, call the cops. He ended up getting a nice stay in not a hotel, a drunk tank. He did get a BUI, and he did have to pay the hotel for all of the damages.
Oh, that total came out to
Wow.
what was it, like $3,800 or something like that?
We let his mother, who was really caring for him, because
funny.
she had to pay for the BUI, the damage of the other boats at said boat yard, plus the damage to our boat. So we let her talk us down to $2,500. But I was able to get that quote down to $2,492.
Oh, look at you.
So it just covered the cost of the boat, which is
Fine.
Yep.
Because I always get those quotes back and I'm like, I can get it down. It's fine. We don't need a new part. Just bend it. It'll be fine. But anyway, so this past weekend we had a 1 hour rental. Not uncommon. And so it wasn't great weather, but there were still people at the hotel. I wouldn't say we were understaffed, but we were working hard. I was down in the trenches with the team. Hey, what do you need? Like I went on like 3 towel runs that day.
Wow.
Which I never do. So I'm looking at the boat rental schedule and I'm like, where is boat number 2? And my team kind of looks at me like, it's not back. Shit. Like, no, guys, boat number 2 is not back, and it was meant to be back an hour and a half ago. Where is my boat? Yeah.
Call Harbor Patrol.
So Well, we called the guest, of course. Do they answer? No. So I don't leave a message. I'm going to call 3 times back to back to back because maybe they have their D&D on. So then leave a message. I'm like, okay, well, we're going to wait a little bit, I guess. We're going to wait, call them back in 10 minutes. We keep calling. Finally get a hold of them. Wow. Hey, you were meant to be back 2 hours ago. Is everything okay? Luckily, it didn't impede on any other rentals. So we say, is everything okay? You need to bring the boat back. So this fine woman goes, well, you have my card. Just charge me. Okay, ma'am. Will do. Gonna do it anyway. But I need you to bring the boat back.
You were only allowed X amount of time.
So she goes, okay, we'll be on our way back. And I'm like, great, thanks. Meanwhile, the people on the boat, you can hear them in the background. Music is blasting. They're singing along. They're playing like boat karaoke. They're having a grand old time. So I'm like, okay, they say they're on their way back. We wait another 10, 15 minutes. They literally drive by. What? And 3 of us are standing at the dock, like waving them down, like, hi, we see you. Oh,
and they just drive by?
Yeah, they just drive by.
The balls.
Talk about entitlement.
Wow.
So at this point, I'm not that worried. The boat doesn't look damaged at all. I think they're just jerks that are taking advantage of the rental.
Yeah.
So I don't care. I look at my fellow manager and I'm like, do I have security call them? I want them to be scared of getting evicted out of the hotel. I don't care. You had a 1-hour rental and you've been gone for 3.5 hours already.
Oh my God. That's technically stolen property.
Yeah. I mean, contractually, the agreement was for 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
So they're outside of the agreement.
What is it called when you auto theft?
Grand Theft Auto.
That.
Grand
Theft
Auto.
Grand boat theft.
So I have the director of security.
Grand Boat Auto.
I don't. Oh,
Grand
you're right.
Theft.
Can we cut
Grand
that out?
Theft Boat.
Boat.
We're all trying to come up with a better name. Well, I mean, if it's a BY, then what's a... Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, right. So I have the director of security call because I'm like, this is a situation. I know we screwed up. My team should have noticed the boat should have been back, but can you just call them? And of course, the security guy is so sweet. Hi, this is so-and-so from so-and-where. Just checking on your boat rental, making sure everything's okay. You know how they talk. They're very sweet, but not intimidating whatsoever. So I look at the director of security and go, I never want to rent a boat to them again. I'm done. Boat's not even back yet. And he says, well, if we hear another peep from the room, we'll probably evict them. I said, this isn't reason enough to evict them.
They stole the boat.
Like,
They didn't steal it. They just haven't returned it yet.
Just borrowing.
a lengthy borrow.
You know, when they rented it too, they're probably like, we're going to save money. We're just going to rent it for 1 hour. And then now they're maxing out the card because they forgot.
It's not their card. It's daddy's card.
You're right.
Probably. So I keep calling this guest, keep calling them. Yeah, we're on our way back. And I'm like, no. I'm worried about your safety at this point. It's getting late. The boat's going to die on you. You need to come back immediately. So then I wait probably another, I don't know. Timeline is difficult, but they had the vessel for over 4.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could you have called Harbor Patrol to see if
That's
they
what
could...
I was thinking.
Wait.
It's difficult because we don't know their exact location.
But-
and Harbor Patrol can only go 5 miles per hour.
Right.
Could take them forever to find the boat.
Well, no, I was just thinking if you could call it, not for the stolen boat, but suspected DUI or BUI.
Yeah.
Probably. Jinx.
Have you guys been practicing that on the side or something?
No.
That was smooth.
Our dance routine is next.
Yes. Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
So finally, we see the boat. Finally. So we're waving them down, and I kid you not, I didn't know that these boats could go this slow.
It was probably dead.
Well, no, I think they were intoxicated, but I think they were like, I know we're in trouble, so we don't want to go like really, really fast into the dock. But we had to guide them. Just nose in, just straight to me. You can go a little faster. No, we're okay. Like, oh my God.
Hammered.
So I didn't want to confront these guests. I just wanted to make sure the boat was okay. If the boat's okay, they're back.
I would have fought him.
I never want to see you again.
I would have.
I'm difficult with confrontation.
Oh, I love it.
You love it now. There was a time where Ms. B would, you start to say the word confrontation and she's running down the hall.
Yeah.
Well, I have grown in it. When you get it so much, you get used to it. And then
So if it's necessary, I absolutely will. But there was nothing wrong with the boat. These people were just jerks.
Well, I still would have been like, you stole my boat.
No, so well, and it's my team. They're like, Liz, like I don't know what to say. And I'm like, look, just be kind and be nice to them. They brought the boat back. That's really all we can ask.
How much did you charge them?
The equivalent to a 6-hour rental.
Good.
Is that like full day rate or something?
We only rent them out for 3 hours tops.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So I said, do a full rental plus 2 hours plus a late fee. Don't care.
Love it.
So they come back, they get tied up on the dock, and I hold a door open for them. So they've already talked to my team who helped them out of the boat. So I go, how was everything, guys? Because they have no idea who I am. They have no idea that I run the department. They didn't meet me. So the woman goes, oh, it was great. We just got in a little trouble for being a little late. I go, a little? We had you tracked to be back 3.5 hours ago. Hope you guys had a great time.
Like, Was it you I was talking to?
Do you know how to get out? Oh, yeah. No. Let me make sure you get back to the lobby, okay? So then the gentleman who were actually driving the boat comes up the dock after the group of ladies. Gentlemen, how was everything? Did you enjoy it? Oh, yeah, we did. I don't know how much they charged us. Oh, I'm not sure, sir, but there probably was a late fee. So I just...
Maybe 2.
I just killed them with kindness.
With 3.
And I will never see them again.
Dang. Well, that's definitely an a-hole of the week.
A real a-hole, but I'm just glad there were no injuries, no damage, no more BUIs.
Yeah.
So
you got your stuff back. You didn't have to go hunt it down on a beach anywhere.
exactly. I
So
was
that's
just
good.
really, really freaked out for like 2 hours, whatever.
You're like, gosh, I'm going to tell my boss I lost a boat.
Literally, at one point I was like, did they steal it?
To be completely honest, if I had been like 2-3 hours in, I probably would have reported it stolen. I'm like, it's gone. It's not coming back.
So the only reason my mind didn't go to that was because they were answering their phone. They were communicating with us at some level.
So maybe they didn't seem... You rented them the boat. You probably saw like they're not capable of stealing the boat. You're probably thinking, they don't sound like the types that are capable of stealing a boat.
But the issue is, I'm not there every single rental. Like I didn't even...
Yeah, right.
I didn't even see these people at all. So anyway,
Oh, man.
that's my a-hole of the week.
That's stressful.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Do you have any a-holes this week?
Yeah, I've got one.
Ooh, bring it.
What is he? 4th tier in our reward system.
Got it.
Sorry to be cagey. Just
4 down or 4 up?
4 up.
Got it.
4 from the bottom.
4 from the bottom, yeah.
Loser.
So, guy calls to complain about his stay, wants compensation because the first room he was checked into, the smoke detector started chirping.
Okay.
So we moved him, and he felt that that was unacceptable because of his status.
Oh.
But begrudgingly, he moved to the other room.
Okay.
He was there for 4 nights. He had another complaint that he did not receive service the 2 days that he had requested it. Now, I can understand being frustrated about that, but here's what he wanted. He wanted compensation of his entire stay to be comped. Here's where it gets kind of fun, is that he had booked a 6-night stay to get the long-term stay rate, but then checked out on the fourth day. Oh. Which would have been the cutoff for the rate differential.
Rack.
So I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at the fact that he's gone, and the fact that he had told me when I had spoken with him that he was getting on a flight for Florida.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to connect with him on the day of departure. So I called him the next day, spoke with him. We go round and around about how he is wanting his entire stay comped, and it's unrealistic for me to say no and only offer points. So we keep going back and forth on this, and it's like the room move that you were provided is what we would have done for any guest at that time of night. We don't have maintenance on hand to change batteries or, address the issue. We would move you to a different room. That's how we would handle it for any guest, regardless of tier. For the
even the top tier, sir.
even the
It's a
top
safety
tier
concern.
we want to make sure that you're in a properly functioning room and you get a full night's rest, period. And he's complaining about this, that it was so inconvenient, but it was 14 minutes between the time he checked in and the time the room move was initiated. 14 minutes.
Getting to sleep pretty quick there.
Right.
He was probably only in the room for like 5.
Right.
If that.
Yeah.
From the front desk to where his room was located, you're probably talking 3 minutes, maybe 3 minutes back.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do we,
You can't even get through a drive-through line in 14 minutes.
No, there's no way.
So then, we're talking about the compensation for not getting service. And I told him that, if you had opted to not receive it, then you would be
like
eligible for
$750 a day.
$250.
$250. Okay.
I understand that would be, 500 points. I'm going to multiply that by 10. I gave him 5,000 points.
Nice.
And he tells me that's not acceptable. I want my entire stay comped.
Yeah, that's not
so
happening.
We start going down this rabbit hole, and he's throwing out, I'm a X level. I'm an X level. You need to respect that. So I said, you know what? I understand your position. I understand your argument. Let me do this. If you can provide me your flight itinerary showing that you had booked for your return trip 2 days from today, I will comp your entire stay with no further discussion.
I love it.
There was a pause of about 3 seconds and a click.
He knew he got caught.
He was trying to game the system. And what bothered me, and I've bitched about this before, is that it's like these top tier rewards levels think that no rules apply to them, period. It doesn't matter if it's about payment. It doesn't matter if it's about booking process. It doesn't matter if it's their own personal security. None of it matters to them.
Oh my God, I love it.
They want what they want, and they say, but I am an X.
Did your guy stay at mine?
No. Oh,
The one
God.
I was texting you about?
Yeah, okay, so...
I had like this nearly the same thing.
All right, so you know what?
He just moved hotels.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, I was not teeing you up for that. I had forgotten about that story. But if you can share that,
Yeah. Well, you were telling the story. I'm like, this sounds just like my guy.
I forgot that you shared that.
Another a-hole of the week. I literally texted these guys over here. And I'm like, oh my God.
I will tell you this, though. When you sent that to me, I shared that with a few of my key leaders. All of us are like, hats off to your GM.
I know. I seriously was like, bow down. She stood up for us. And she stood up for the hotel. And I've never had GMs do that. Normally they bend over backwards and let themselves be, violated or whatever you want to say. But okay, so basically the story was this guy, I was actually at the desk because I was relieving someone for a break. And I get a call from this gentleman who is very upset. And he's going off because he has not gotten housekeeping service. And he specifically said when he checked in via the mobile app, he wants service every single day. And I said,
Okay, wait. To clarify, what does service mean?
Their room clean. Wants housekeeping service every single day.
Was he staying by himself?
Yes.
What do you dirty in a room?
And that was one of the things too. He did rant on the phone to me. Go ahead.
Liz, do you want that answer?
Yeah, right.
No, I don't.
He went on to say, he's like, my room's not even that dirty. I semi-make the bed. Like, I don't have things all over and about. And it's like, then why do you need someone to come and tuck your sheets in tighter?
Thank you.
But I didn't say that. But I was, he was going off and I said, I do apologize, sir, but we do not promise daily housekeeping service. Right now, due to our staffing limitations, we are only able to clean the rooms that check out so new guests can check in. If we have rooms, that stay over, if something happens where we're able to clean some stay over rooms, we do our very best, but we are not able to promise daily service right now. And he's like, well, that's unacceptable. And I was like, I apologize, sir, but, we've never been able to guarantee daily service, anything like that. And he said, I have stayed here multiple times and I've complained about this every single time.
Then why do you keep coming back?
And he said, I know your GM.
Oh.
And named their name.
Thank you for name dropping.
And he's
I
like,
know that.
I will go ahead and be in contact with her. And I said, that is absolutely fine. Again, sir, I sincerely apologize. But again, due to our staffing limitations and, everything that's been going on, and he's like, I'm going to stop you right now. I'm going to stop you right there. That sounds a lot like a you problem. You guys, and not a me problem. What you guys have to do on the back end does not concern me. I'm a guest. That request for my room to be cleaned daily. I said, okay, sir, have a wonderful day.
Okay, clarifying question.
Click.
Are they warned about this at the time of booking or check-in that they won't be getting service every single day?
Yeah, we tell you during the check-in process that we aren't able to guarantee daily housekeeping
Your
service.
spiel.
Exactly. And we said we do our best when we have the staffing, we're able to do so. But due to our staffing shortage right now, we're only, and most guests are like, yeah, that's fine. But if I call for towels, you guys will bring it up? Yeah, of course. Okay, perfect. That's all I need. So most guests are fine with it. Right after that, I went into the back and my GM was at her desk. And I'm like, room It just went off me. This is what he said. By the way, he name dropped you, said he's going to be calling you. She's like, oh, I can't wait.
Well, and I'm sure she did her due diligence in that time. And let me look this guy up. Let me see his previous days. Let me see previous complaints.
Because he's contacted her before. And apparently they've compensated him tons of money in the past for these issues. And she's like, nope, we're done. So he emailed her. And I can share some snippets if you guys would like.
Yes.
Please do.
Okay.
I want him in the room. I want to hear it.
Hey, Marsha. Been here 4 days. Twice. My room has not been serviced. Even though prompted prior to check-in on the app. And then made certain at check-in. Restate my expectations. So far, 2 out of 4 days of my return to the hotel from long days, no service. So I'd like to point out we've done our best to service his room every other day, which we are not even able to promise, but we have been trying. This is in all caps, huge issue for me. And again, I have stayed here 6+ times last year. Not true. He has stayed here.
No way.
You know how they are.
They always embellish.
Of course. Plus, I am planning on a similar amount this year. And you have failed to upgrade me to a full suite. This needs to change if I'm going to come back again. Despite that my loyalty isn't appreciated, my upfront and proactive communication is ignored. I am very displeased yet again. Looking forward to your solution. There truly are many options for me and hate to keep beating the same drum. The ball is in your court. My GM.
Them's fighting words.
Yes. My GM then responded, Mr. the Week. I understand.
AOW.
Right?
It's pronounced Azwipe.
Yes. I understand your frustration, and I am very sorry that you are displeased and don't feel appreciated.
I love the change in tone.
I know.
To be completely transparent with you, I can promise that we will perfect from here on out, but that would not be the truth, as I do not have the labor resources to provide full stayover service every single day. I understand that you told one of our agents that's a, quote, you problem, not a me problem, quote. And I am very sorry to hear about your satisfaction. I would be more than happy to call around the area for you to find a branded hotel to provide you with a list of hotels that provide daily housekeeping service without fail, so that you are able to be taken care of the way that you expect and deserve. As far as upgrades are always honored if they are available. However, I'm running a close to sold out hotel, which I typically do during the week. Those suites are typically already sold out or given to our ex-elite members above his before we move on to our insert his level here. At this point, I do not believe we are a good fit for you. But as stated, I would be more than happy to call around and find other options for you in your future travels. I would be very sad to see you go, but at this point, I do not have any other solutions for you.
Need a meter.
Have a great day.
Medal of Honor.
So then, he did not respond back. But he did leave a review, to which the review gave us 1 star in every category. And comments.
Can you give 0?
No.
No.
I didn't think so when I originally saw the screenshot.
The comments say, lack of competent staff, lack of a true GM that can lead, ... Room only cleaned 2 of 5 days. Notice how that number changed.
I know. I saw that.
Made GM aware, and she suggested I stay at another property that can clean my room every day. Nothing but excuses from the GM. Not comparable solutions offered, or any proper appreciation for my loyalty to the brand and the property.
That was really good.
That was shocking.
It's one of my stupid human tricks.
Good.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Has this gentleman ever received everyday service while he stayed at your hotel?
That's why he said every time he comes, he complains. And we tell him the same thing every time. Yet in the previous times, we've always compensated him.
So
but
you
this
just wanna
time...
bark up a tree this time.
Yeah.
This is it.
This time the GM's like, look, you know the deal. I don't have the staff to do this. I told you this before. You're done. Go somewhere else.
So what do you guys think about have you guys ever heard of like the cancel Yelp thing? I'm like, I don't know where I stand on it, but there's this whole push on that, like the cancel
where you
Yelp
can
thing.
cancel
Yelp.
reviews?
No, like cancel it. Like people
whole
are
app?
done with Yelp because it's like
I
people
would
like
love
us.
that.
It's
People
destructive.
with us have to deal with the people
Yeah.
that
True.
just Because we live in this culture now where you got the people that are online on TikTok or whatever saying all these hacks and how to be pretty much a crappy customer or person staying at your hotel. And then you got the other people on the other end that are ranting about it. You got two people and there's this divide.
Yeah.
Like,
Interesting.
what do you guys think?
And it's always the people that have an issue, and you're more likely to review or write something if you have
If it's
a terrible
negative.
stay or
Right.
something bad happened. If you had a good stay, you're not going to go say, "Yeah, my stay was
Right.
good." Like,
You're gonna just maybe go back.
yes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's-
but like you get people that don't have any clue on how to fill out a survey.
Right.
Like, look,
yeah, we've talked about this so many times. Stop giving me 8s.
no, worse,
For the love of God.
worse than that. Like for the company that we work for,
Yeah.
there's one question that we live and die for, right? I cannot tell you how many times that live or die question is answered like a 1, a 2, a 3.
But everything else
Okay.
is a 10.
Yes. So how can you say that cleanliness was a 10, that the staff service was a 10, that maintenance was a 10? Everything on
you're
the list
not
was a
gonna
10,
recommend.
but you're not going to recommend the hotel. How does that make sense?
It doesn't.
But yet, employees pay the penalty, companies pay the price.
Right.
I really don't disagree with canceling Yelp. I think it's long
Shut
overdue.
it
do.
down.
It gives those stupid people too much of a voice. I think like
Yes.
nowadays online you have everybody telling you like, oh, you have power as the customer and you're empowered and use your right as a customer. Like, oh my gosh.
It's
please.
literally a website for Karens.
Oh, for
my
sure.
gosh.
I've seen people lose their jobs over it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're named out in a bad review.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No. Okay, wait. We can't share names, but the guy from the hotel that we worked at,
Well, I just need a place to sleep too.
What?
these people took a photograph of the employee and posted it to Yelp with like a
Quote.
horrific review, not only about the hotel, but about that person.
Oh.
And the thing was, okay, he was a terrible employee.
100%
all that,
agree.
But that's not right.
That is
Yeah.
effed
You
up.
can't just take somebody's picture without their consent and write
Right.
that. And obviously, it wasn't a flattering picture. Like, that's
Yeah.
messed up.
Yeah,
F
it's
up.
entitlement. Like that's all these people. They watch a video like, yeah, I am a customer. I deserve this, and then you have the other people that are like us that are like having to deal with that crap all day.
Yeah.
Well, and in the social media that we live in, you can't even trust good reviews because people are probably getting
True.
paid for it.
Yeah.
You go,
Or,
100%.
or like to your exact point, I hired a moving company. This is when I moved to my new place a few months ago, and they moved me, and they were okay. Like they took a lot longer than I thought they were going to, which they were doing a good job, and then everything was like an upcharge. So, none of that was disclosed. Well, the thing is, we have to wrap everything 3 times. If we don't wrap it 3 times, then it's not covered by the insurance. But if we wrap it 3 times, then it's going to take 3 amount the time, and then you're going to end up paying more. So is it okay if we just wrap it once or twice? So then they're wrapping things once or twice. So my
Like, I'm
stuff's
sorry,
getting broken.
what?
It was the most backwards stuff, and they just kept slipping in stuff. But I'm like, you know what? We already hired you. Let's get my stuff moved. And at the very end, they were like, yeah, I need you to review us on Google and Yelp and all this. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. No. Can you do it right now? Here, I'll help you get on the page.
Right now.
And they basically bullied me right there into writing the review, told me to mention the names and exactly what to say, and watched me as I post it.
oh no,
Oh, no.
I would not like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could say that I would be able to actually like honestly review them. I feel like I would do the same thing. I'd be like,
But think about it. These people, right? And these people watched where they moved me into my new home. They know where I live. They have my phone number. Do you think I'm going to of course I'm going to give them exactly what they want, but it's not a genuine review. And so now the part of the reason I picked that company was because of all their good reviews. And now I know how they got it. So you can't trust reviews.
I was starting to believe it, but now I'm even more.
Right?
I don't
Ugh.
believe it.
No, and I think of that. I'm like, oh, they probably got bullied into it.
I gotta touch it. I gotta taste it. I gotta see it to give
Yup.
it. It's gotta be
At
my
least in-
5 stars, not your 5 stars.
At least in our area with those specific movers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it could be any of them. Like, how many
True.
companies are doing this?
True.
Well, we've been talking about our a-holes. Have you had any fun a-holes or stories, or what have you been up to?
Well, it's actually my previous job that I have most of my crazy stories from, but I still
Ooh,
get quite a few
excited.
ones. My a-hole this week I'd probably say is actually a company, a very well-known waste company. And it's not so much, I would consider it an a-hole move. I've been trying to get a hold of them. We need a lot of pickup days at this site. We're a high volume car wash. And so we got to make sure our trash is getting picked up. We also have neighboring tenants nearby. So we're sharing trash cans for cardboard, stuff like this. And then we got our refuse and waste and stuff like that. So almost 7 days a week we're picking up waste. And then, 3 or 4 of the days we're picking up the cardboard and stuff. And we had recently I've been trying to start a recycling program because, we're all about recycling and saving water. So I'm trying to also get our recycling more fine-tuned and stuff. So been asking for more pickup days for that kind of stuff. And they cannot get a guy to come out. We're getting charged. I'm talking to my accountant. We're getting charged for these days that they're supposed to be picking up.
And they're just not?
And they're not coming. So I think it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something they're supposed to come out, and they're just randomly one week won't show up on a Wednesday. And then randomly won't show up on the next Friday. And I'm checking with my guy and we're still getting charged. And we got tenants and our tenants are cool, and they're like, yo man, I'm gonna overflow this thing. And then what makes it the a-hole move is I'm trying to contact him the whole time, and the last field rep they had that I had his number, and he was all schmoozing me and stuff. He gave me his number and he was cool while I had him in my contacts, but now this call's been disconnected or whatever. So of course he doesn't exist anymore. So now I got no one. So I'm emailing just their customer service line trying to get who I can talk to.
Oh, and that goes nowhere. We all know that.
Nowhere. Yeah, so I'm just pissed, right? And I know we're getting charged. So I'm go protecto mode for the company. We're getting charged. Got trash. We got problems. And I'm kind of just at wit's end. My trash isn't getting picked up. We're getting charged, but I'm not hearing anything. I can't do anything. Wow. So I'm calling all these different. So I called our local office. I get this girl. She seems uninterested in my problem. I'm like, dude, how are you guys even? They just hosted a huge tournament for a sport. I'm like, you guys are a huge company. You should not be,
That's where all their money went.
They're all like, we're
tournament
stressed.
purse
We're so
right
stressed.
there.
We're trying to make this work. It's not working. Sure enough.
They were out at hole 9. That's why they weren't picking up your guys'.
Just wait.
They were at the bar cart at the turn. Okay.
They're like, we can't keep up with this anymore. We're done.
God.
I get an email for an overflow on my trash
You're
with a picture.
Kidding.
So first of all, I feel betrayed by my trash guy. First of all, the guy I see every morning. I'm like, bro, what the heck? You're taking a photo. Probably his job, whatever. But they send me.
He got a bonus for it.
It probably did. That's where my money's going. But I see this low pixelated photo of an overflowed trash can, to which I responded, yeah, that's overflowed because you guys have missed several pickup days in the past month. And I've been trying to talk to, so-and-so, talking to this office. Email goes nowhere. Sure enough, the overage charge gets removed.
With no one contacting you. No follow-up.
This is a customer service. This is a customer service that sends me this photo. I think it's like a generated thing. They end up apologizing through that same email. And I was like, whatever. A few weeks later, I get another photo of the waste one this time, which hadn't missed a pickup day. But I was like, dude, I'm still dealing with missed pickup days over here, and I'm not hearing anything. They have the gumption to tell me.
So you guys have the staff to tell me this, but not to address me when I need you?
And charge. Yeah. And my accountant's like, what's going on now? So that's my hail of the week. So I'll tell you guys after who it is so you can stay away from that.
I would be nervous about my accounting team with this charge being oh, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm not doing my job.
Right. So funny thing is I had the exact same problem
Shut up.
my 2 properties ago. So I was the director of housekeeping. And normally my director of engineering would take care of making sure that all the trash pickups happen and all that jazz. He was out on a leave. So it was my job to go once a week and make sure that everything was good. So I would go out there and press the trash compactor button and make sure, and it was a really high level, which was not normal. And because I was like, did someone dump a bunch of stuff? This is supposed to be emptied out every week. And then I touched base with the engineer. He's like, no, we haven't seen him this week. And so I called and I was like, yeah, I tried everyone. I called all the different numbers. I couldn't get a hold of anyone. And I'm like, that's weird. And so I called them and they were like, oh, well, we don't have any record of that, but we can schedule you for another pickup. And I'm like, okay, soon. They're like, the soonest we can get this.
And they charge for that, by the way. Yeah. Schedule you for another pickup.
Yes.
The pickup you owe me? The pickup you owe me, you're going to charge me?
Yes. And I didn't have any proof that they hadn't picked up, but to me, it didn't make sense because we don't dump that much for the compactor to get that full in that short amount of time. So I was like, fine, whatever you got to do, but I need this trash picked up, before it gets full. And they're like, okay, well, the soonest they can be out there is next Wednesday. So like
Are you
over a week
kidding
away.
me?
And I was like, but that's the day before my next scheduled pickup.
Yes, that's also happened to me.
Yes. And I'm
Is
like,
this the
what's
same company?
the point?
We need to
It-
talk.
It is.
Okay.
And then like, what's the point of that? And that's as soon as we can get out there. I said, well, you need to do better. And I said, because I'm not paying additional money for you to come out here. I was like, I am positive you guys missed your last pickup because our compactor won't get full that fast. Like, we're a giant property. We have it extra big just to be safe. We have weekly pickups to pick it up when it's like a quarter full.
Yeah.
So-
that guy's gonna come the next week and be like, it's empty. Why am I here?
So I tell them, and I roared, and they were like, okay, we'll escalate this, whatever. They don't. I hear nothing. And I tried calling, I hear nothing for days. Guess what? The trash compactor gets full. It is completely full. I have nowhere to put my trash. So we are lining trash bags down the loading dock,
You know what that
around
sounds like?
the corner in the garage.
That's some trash right there.
We had to
waiting for that.
hire a company that's a 1-800 number
Shut
to come
up, an
get your
outside
stuff.
company.
Paid an arm and a leg to come pick up just all the trash bags laying everywhere because it was attracting
gosh.
ants and pests. I am calling this company, losing my gosh darn mind. They came on their pickup day to get it,
All nonchalant, like, hey, what's up? What's going on?
and then
Oh, wow.
then guess what
We're
happened?
cool, right?
Yeah.
What'd they charge you?
Guess what happened?
No.
The load was oversized,
Did they? No, they didn't.
so they couldn't
No,
get
they
it.
didn't. Oh,
They leave it.
They said, sorry, this load is oversized. We need a bigger truck to get it.
Okay,
And
when
I
is
said,
that? When is that
"Are
truck
you
coming?
kidding me?
Yep. That's
So,
the line. That's
We
worse than
have
mine.
to wait longer for I don't know the truck terminologies, but a bigger truck that can carry more weight.
So then
Where
they're
was
going
the
to charge you.
escalating when you needed it? I mean, where's the escalating? I mean,
It
they say that to me too.
It
but
doesn't do anything.
Where's the escalator?
It
I
doesn't.
don't know where it is.
Goes nowhere.
I'm not on the escalator because I'm not getting to a different floor here.
Losing my mind. So by this time, again, I think we went like at least 2 weeks, maybe more, without our trash being picked up.
So they're kind of like being a little
Oh, it was crazy.
petty with it. They're like, she's calling, don't pick her up her trash.
Because they had to schedule this special outside company with these special extra big trucks and all these things. And the director of engineering comes back, and I am losing my mind. I was like, it is your problem now. It is not my problem.
He's
Pick
like,
up
what
my
the
trash
hell
cans.
happened?
Exactly. He's like, what the heck?
He's like, I went on vacation.
Fire.
Yeah.
But so
Dumpster
eventually,
fire.
literally, so eventually we get this super extra large truck, right?
I'm just envisioning like a semi.
It's
Yeah. So they just bring like
truck.
One of those tow trucks that tows semis.
Literally.
Yeah.
So me and the director of engineering are out there sitting, watching. It is so big it could barely get into the property.
Can you
First off,
imagine if it couldn't get in?
It literally
I know
shouldn't.
that problem.
He took out. Dunno.
He's like, not another one of these.
He literally took out a bush and part of a tree, like making this crazy
bush?
turn. But we, you guys are dying. But we told the guy, we're like, just keep going. We need this trash move.
Yeah.
Keep backing it up.
The
Take
tree's
out
dead.
the bush.
The tree's dead.
That tree's dead.
Kill the bush. Just ran it. It's fine. Keep going.
Dying.
So they kill the bush. They kill the tree, and he still hasn't. But we had to call the
I was gonna say something,
cars.
I'm not gonna say.
We had to call the cars, people to remove their cars, so this truck gets in there. Okay.
Dude, this company needs to be canceled. Yelp
Yelp,
And-
cancel
and this company.
Seriously.
They'll probably get Yelp canceled
Yeah.
if you leave honest reviews about them.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my-
true.
no, I feel like a monopoly though. I feel like there's nowhere else to go.
Yep.
But so they get in there, they're starting to pull out the load. This giant. You guys. Okay, they're
see what's
trying.
going on here.
For the people listening, I'm so sorry. Me and Bill have the giggles.
We're already very invested in this story.
I know. I think we're both. Our feelings are hurt.
They are. Okay.
This company really hurt our
no,
feelings.
they hurt us.
You'd
They
be crying
they
too
hurt
if
very
you
hard.
just caught all of the jokes we were making.
We're
They were
very
hurt
into that.
deeply.
We're hurt very deeply.
Let's pick up my trash.
So they start to try to pick up this load, right? When he gets into it and he starts like going forward, the truck starts to lift up. it was still too heavy.
So they've waited too long. They've gotten themselves into a situation now.
Yes.
Yeah, they have.
So the guy, luckily, the guy was really nice and he did not give up. Like, I don't know how he maneuvered it, but he was able to get it out.
He's straight two-wheeling this trash truck and he keeps...
Oh, not even a trash truck.
Well, at least he knows.
Guys, it is more like semi-style.
Yeah.
It is
He popped
biggest.
a wheelie on a semi and he's just keeping going.
That guy
Just
probably
trucking
knows.
along.
He's like, when I get called, it's bad.
Yeah.
And he knows. He's like,
Shit
I gotta get this
went
out of
down.
Hit the fan. He's
The
like,
load was too big.
he's like, I gotta get this out of here.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Oh, if I had $1 for every time I heard that,
Would you have $2?
I would.
So I guess
Maybe
my
3.
thing is, you're not alone. This company sucks.
Yeah, they really.
Oh,
You
man,
guys
I
will
hate
experience it next. It's coming for you.
Yes.
Put on a pretty good golf tournament, though.
Yeah, you understand.
Anger against them, too.
Yeah.
When you were telling your story, I was just like, oh, my God. Feels.
Yeah.
Feels.
That's my a-hole of the week. And,
Death.
hopefully he'll get back to me, whoever this new district manager is. But
Don't count on it.
the last guy seemed cool. I think they killed him, though. So he's
Okay,
gone.
but I truly
Well, he was
do...
too nice. They're like, you can't be actually doing what they asked
Have
for.
to actually be from hell to work here.
Yeah.
Swimming with the fishes.
But I do love this twist on the a-hole of the week not being a specific person, it being a company. I
Yes.
really do like that. I think we need to like step up our a-holes a little bit. I think we need to step up our a-holes of the week and branch out a little bit.
See, but all mine are people. I deal with usually individuals.
Oh,
keep in mind
no.
my profession. I'm at the desk.
No, I can think of some companies.
You might have some.
I definitely do. I definitely do.
Well, my last job, it was a very affluent area. And,
we worked in that area too.
And so I'm talking like type of customers that would get out. I was in the valet industry. So this is when I kind of got like a real gut check of how rich this area was. I was probably a few weeks or months into my job at the time, and I had a family, and it was a caravan of 3 brand new, and not just like the normal Range Rovers, like the nice Range Rovers.
I won't even know the difference, but I'll take your word.
Yeah, like over 100,000 for sure.
Oh, man.
Different colors.
Chump change.
Yeah, chump change to this family. And it's just a motorcade
toys.
of these Range Rovers, and they all hop out, and they had all clearly just got back from like horseback riding lessons or practice. And I was like, wow, this is like, I don't know what kind of rich this is, but this is a next level. And they're like, we have a reservation. I'm like, oh, this is another level. And then that just set the pace.
The bougiest of the bougie.
The bougie of the it's the same thing as earlier, just entitlement.
You know what's? It's funny. It's just different kind of a-holes because I went from that, literally was my last property, to now I'm inland and it's a whole different kind.
Yeah. Valley of the Dirt People.
Yes. But it's, I can't say one's worse than the other. They're just different. But I can tell you my Valley of the Dirt People, I can be like, no, and put them in their place. If I tried that in my other place, I would probably be murdered and their attorney would make it look like it never happened.
What was that parody song? 1-star guest, 5-star hotel?
Which is why I didn't confront the boat people.
Yeah, I know. I did not do a lot of confronting at my last property. I definitely do it more now that I'm able to do so.
Okay.
So over the weekend, I had a guest who was upset, wanted to speak with the manager. I wasn't there. So they wrote me a letter.
Snail mail?
They wrote me a letter. It was handwritten.
In cursive.
How did you freaking know?
They were probably old if they were writing a letter.
Dude.
Yeah, right?
So I get this letter on my desk, and this was yesterday morning, and I open it, and it is in cursive, like really deep cursive.
Old school.
And it
really
was
loopy.
Yes.
Very
Cancel
pretty.
cursive.
And everything was like, I was trying to like reach back into my elementary school cursive lessons.
You
and-
couldn't read it?
No. So
Okay, you just anti-aged yourself with that one.
but it wasn't just in cursive. Like, it was messy too.
Quick hand cursive.
And I could not fork and read this thing. And so I tried, and I'm skimming it, and I could get out some words, but the first sentence that made sense is something like, this day's been awful at 2 a.m., and then it changed, and I was like, this is not making any sense. So I was like, you know what? If it's that important, she will come and talk to me. And so I go about my day. So this morning around 9 a.m., I was still in stand-up, and I see my associate peek around the door. They're like, there's someone who wants to talk to you. I'm like, okay. So I go out there,
and I'm
like,
sure they had the look like, you need to come talk to this person.
yeah, they did. They're like, okay, you need to come out. And so I come out, and they're like, it's the lady that wrote the letter. I'm like, oh, good. I can talk to her. I have no idea what she was trying to say.
You didn't read my letter.
How did you not? So I go out there and I'm like, hi. And I do my normal, like, how can I help you? And they're just like, I wrote you a letter. I'm like, oh, wonderful. I've been looking to talk with you. She's like, did you read it? And I was like, I did start to look over it.
A 10 was like a 10, but the execution was like probably a 2 because of your writing.
I know, but I didn't want to be mean. Yeah. So I was just like, I did, but I really thought it'd be better to talk to in person. He's like, well, you didn't call. And I said, well, you only put your first name on the letter. And I really wasn't sure where to look for you. And so I'm like, well, you're here. So let's go ahead and talk about what you experienced. What happened? And she's like, you didn't even read it? Why didn't you read it? So I just said, I'm not great with cursive. And so I said, so I could make out some things, but I couldn't read everything. So I thought it would be better to, when we spoke in cursive. She's like, you can't read
your education.
Yeah,
there you go.
How did we both know that was coming?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's like, you can't
did you think
read.
it too? I think we all thought like she's gonna assault you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she's like, you can't read cursive, and I'm like, and before I can even get into words, she's like, and she goes like this, puts her finger in my face, and says, or you shouldn't even be in management if you can't read cursive. The switch turns, and I go, okay, you can leave. Right. And she goes, what? And I said, you can leave, and I point towards the door, and she's like, hun, you do not want to go there with me. And I said, first of all, don't call me hun.
I'm surprised she didn't call you honey.
Unless it's
Attila.
Like, darling.
It was something belittling, like talking to me like I'm a child. And like, I said, first of all, do not call me that. Second, you can go ahead and leave. And she's like, don't even go there. And I said, I will go there. And I said, and I'm going to tell you why. I can understand whatever you experienced this weekend was terrible and it was bad, whatever that may be. But it never gives you a reason to treat someone like that. I will never accept that. And I said, so if you want to continue like that, you can go ahead and leave. And she's like, I said, I do not care. Oh, I do not care. I'll stop you right there. And I said, you can go ahead and take a walk if you want to think about it. And you can come back and talk to me when you're ready to talk to me with
the
respect.
Kid now? Could take a time out.
Could she really like take a walk though?
She immediately turned around with her cane.
I can't read cursive. You can't walk.
Pain.
Yes. Like, wow. Who is?
I would have been like, I'm gonna walk away from you because I can.
Yeah, get that crawler. Come back.
I'm coming to get you. Well, she actually had a cane, and I one of those metal candy cane ones. She had one of those.
Be careful with them.
I literally thought she might hit me.
Been used on me before.
I was ready. Okay. I've gotten feistier, but she was like, and then turned around and slowly made it to the door, and
sometimes they hate when you open the door too for them. I'm like, can I have? They're like, I don't need help. Oh, whoa,
I bet.
Okay, all right, I'm walking.
Good news, ours are automatic.
Got it.
So I can just say bye-bye.
Yeah, I say
bye-bye.
Okay, so on the note of that survey that I sent you,
Yes,
the one that said, the percentage of people that feel that it's acceptable to scream at fast food workers,
Yeah.
20% of respondents said that it's acceptable to scream at fast food workers.
So this survey went out to how many? Do you know?
I don't know what the survey pool was.
I would love to see the breakdown of, the age demographic that they
That's what I
polled,
wanna
the
see.
area that they polled.
Oh, I
I'm
would
sure
love to see
majority
area.
would be 80 plus, but there's going to
I
be
would
some
say
in there.
60 plus, 60
I
plus.
was
60
gonna
plus,
say
yep.
60 or 70.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you got to watch your own parents. You're like, mom. It's okay.
Literally. You know what? Interestingly,
Come with me.
Literally.
normally it's the males. Older males tend to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
But not all. I've had some aggressive ladies too.
Oh,
but
in my experience, if we're talking about family, my mother is the first
Yeah.
to complain out of the
Well, that's
family.
like
I'm
came
sorry, I love you.
before-
I love you so much, Mom. But there have been times in public I have to be like, Mom, they're just doing their job.
No.
I have been in that
We've all
position.
been.
Okay, wait.
Don't
my
complain,
dad
Mom.
can way beat you, and I
Wait.
hope to God he's not listening.
I need to jump in and call timeout.
Okay.
We're on the topic of Liz's mom.
Oh, yeah.
Liz.
Yeah.
I need you to look to your left on the bookshelf.
Okay.
There's a curved cardboard thing straight
lower?
ahead on that shelf to the right. There.
This?
That.
Are you f***ing kidding me?
That's-
What is it?
That's for you.
Show us.
That is my gift to you.
Oh my gosh.
Tell our listeners what it is.
It's not 500.
Okay, but For our very dedicated listeners, you will remember an episode called 500 Straws for Christmas. So, that was a good memory.
She loves her straws.
So,
That's
yes.
soft one
So,
right there.
Bill got me a set of reusable straws.
They're
like those.
They're
silicone.
so
use those.
beautiful. You can use that for your wine.
I
get
saw
it.
those.
I get where
I
you're
thought of
coming.
you. They're all silicone.
So sweet.
I love you.
Oh
That
my
was very
gosh.
I'll take that.
I love
And it has
it.
the cleaner too, because they do get dirty inside.
Yeah, see, that's what freaks me out about the reusable ones. I'm
Yeah.
afraid I can't get in there and see it.
No, see, that's why I saw that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh,
was
you
like-
don't see won't kill you? Is that the? I
I
don't
love
think
it.
that's
Ah,
I gotta do dishes now.
I take care of my co-hosts. Now I'll take care of those.
Well, I
love
mean,
it.
I've taken care of my fellow co-hosts.
I mean, you are our enabler.
Do we do a cheers?
to another amazing episode too.
On that note, Ms. B, thank you. Let's wrap it here. Walter, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you taking the time out of your evening to spend with us.
my pleasure.
Ms. B, thank you so much.
Always awesome to be here. Thanks for having me.
Our resident deviant, Liz, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you for the straws.
You're welcome. And that'll do it. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Later.